Mr. Edward Lambert, lay minister, to lead us in prayer.
Let us begin by listening to a reading from Matthew's Gospel, chapter 5, verses 33 to 37. You have also heard that people were told in the past, "Do not break your oath. An oath sworn to the Lord must be kept. But I tell you this, do not take oaths. Do not swear by the heavens, for they are God's throne, nor by the earth, because it is his footstool, nor by Jerusalem, because it is the city of the great King. Do not even swear by your head, because you cannot make a single hair white or black. Say yes when you mean yes, and no when you mean no. Anything else you say comes from the devil." The word of the Lord. Amen. Let us pray. Almighty God and Father, you bestow on us everything that is good. Admitting the frailness of our humanity, we humbly come before you, asking for your guidance and grace. I pray that you will instill unity among the members of our community of Trafalgar, Shawford, and Canie. Help us to remember that we are all brothers and sisters in Christ, called to love and support one another. Inspire us to set aside our differences and come together in harmony, working towards the common purpose of developing our communities as oases of love and support, where no one goes in need. Strengthen the bonds of fellowship among us, so that we may be all shining examples of your love to our visitors and to those around us. So fill our hearts with compassion and understanding, that we may seek reconciliation and forgiveness when conflicts arise. Dear Lord, I lift up the 6 young men and women who will be sworn in as councilors to you. Though of varied ages and experiences, I pray that you mold them into an effective team, working together in harmony for the benefit and well-being of all the members of our community. Bless them with the 7-fold gifts of your Holy Spirit. May their deliberations on matters be frank, honest, and not loaded with any hidden agendas. May they be good stewards. Foster a spirit of deep commitment to their oath, and protect them from all forms of evil, both seen and unseen. All this I ask in the name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen.
You may be seated. Thank you very much, Mr. Edward Lambert, lay minister. Her Excellency Sylvanie Burton, President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, DAH, and Mr. Burton, Honorable Dr. Roosevelt Skerritt, Prime Minister and Minister for Investment and Governance, Honorable Greta Roberts, Minister for Culture, Youth, Sports, and Community Development, Honorable Oscar George, Minister of State in the Ministry of Culture, Youth, Sports and Community Development. Other members of Cabinet, Mrs. Letitia Lestrade-Wyke, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Sports, Culture, Youth and Community Development. Other Permanent Secretaries, Justice of the Peace, Dr. Colin McIntyre, Lay Minister, Mr. Edward Lambert, outgoing members of the Trafalgar, Shawford, Canie Village Council, incoming members of the Trafalgar, Shawford, Canie Village Council, staff of the Division of Local Government and Community Development, clerk of the Trafalgar, Shawford, Canie Village Council, teachers and students of the Trafalgar Primary School, members of the Catholic Choir, chairmen and members of neighboring councils, residents of Trafalgar, Shawford, and Canie, other invited guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome to the community of Trafalgar. Welcome to Kaichi. And of course, welcome to the 10th Inaugural meeting of the Trafalgar, Shawford, Canie Village Council. This afternoon's activity will highlight the swearing in of some individuals who will be given the mandate to govern the affairs of the village district of Trafalgar, Shawford and Canie for the next 3 years. And while we're happy to welcome you, particularly residents, we are also asking of you to provide the requisite support to the members of the council so that collectively you can continue to propel the development prospect of the communities of Trafalgar, Shawford and Canie. Once again, I want to welcome all of you and of course ask you to enjoy whatever nature has to offer in the beautiful community of Trafalgar. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'll call on the Justice of the Peace, Dr. Colin McIntyre, and of course we'll also call on the Honorable Minister to present the credentials to the Councillor, Honorable Minister Roberts.
I, Sharina Seja, do swear
I, Sharina Seja, do swear
that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties
that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties
as a member of the Trafalgar, Shawford, Canie Village Council.
as a member of the Trafalgar, Shawford, Canie Village Council.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I do declare.
I do declare.
Thank you, my dear. 1 second.
She has to sign first. You sign here?
See your signature there. Marvin? You repeat after me. I, Marvin Hector, do swear
I, Marvin Hector, do swear
that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties
that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties
as a member of the Trafalgar, Shawford, Canie Village Council.
as a member of the Trafalgar, Shawford, Canie Village Council.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I do declare.
I do declare.
Thank you. That will sign me there. clap for you. Yeah.
Before you continue, if they are swearing, don't put that.
If there is the Bible.
If there's no Bible, it's back. But if there's Bible, don't say that.
Okay, lovely. Okay.
So if there's Bible,
That.
stop there.
Yeah.
Don't
lovely.
say I do declare.
Lovely. Lovely.
If no Bible, then you say I do declare.
Lovely. All right.
Forget Keynote is not
Yes,
there.
yes,
Keynote
yes.
is not there, so
Yeah.
we'll go to the next person. So you see that? So you say I do affirm. So you say affirm. So they got it declare. You can just go sit down and say I do affirm.
I get you.
Okay? So next person will
Yes.
be
Abrali Jones Harriet. You're going to use the Bible or using your hand? Which one more? Like right hand. You repeat after me. I, Abrali Jones Harriet,
I, Aberley Jones Harriet,
do affirm that
do affirm that
I will well and faithfully discharge the duties
I will well and faithfully discharge the duties
as a member of the Trafalgar Shawford Canie Village Council.
as a member of the Trafalgar Shawford Canie Village Council,
So help me God.
so help me God.
Okay. You're gonna sign here, bro. Okay. Thank you very much. Congratulations. All right. And Naya Bruno. Bible in your hand.
Anything we want.
Bible in your right hand. Repeat after me. Yeah? I, Naya Bruno,
I, Bruno,
do swear
do swear
that I will well and faithfully
that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties as a member
discharge the duty as a member
of the Trafalgar Shawford Canie Village Council.
of the Trafalgar Shawford Village Council.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Okay, come here. Sign here.
Ready?
Right there.
All right, boss.
Take your time.
That one there?
Yeah, on top.
On top?
Yeah, you're right there. Don't worry that. Okay. Wait a minute. That's there. Congratulations, man.
Thank you, sir.
Janita Hector Charles. Repeat after me.
if she's saying affirm, if
No,
she's
she's
saying
going-
but she's saying affirm.
No, God.
You see that?
Go
Yeah, she's saying affirm. So you have to affirm. Just raise your right hand. Yeah.
You want to affirm? Okay. I, Janita Hector Charles,
I, Janita Hector Charles,
do affirm
do affirm
that I will well and faithfully discharge
that I will well and faithfully discharge
the duties as a member of the Trafalgar Shawford Canie Village Council.
the duties of the
Shawford
Shawford Canie
Village Council.
Trafalgar Village Council.
I do affirm.
I do affirm.
Okay, yes, I know. On top here. Congratulations. Deacon Laron. You want to swear with the Bible in your hand? Easy go then. And repeat after me, okay? I, Deacon Larond,
I, Deacon Aaron,
do swear
do swear
that I will well and faithfully
that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
as a member of the Trafalgar Shawford Canie Village Council,
as a member of the Trafalgar Shawford Village Council.
so help me God.
So help me God.
1 second, you have to sign here. Right here.
Want to have it?
Yeah, right there. Yeah. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Okay. That's it? That's it? Good.
Thank you very much, Justice of the Peace, Dr. Colin McIntyre, for administering the oath to 6 of the 8 members of the council, and of course the Honorable Minister for administering the oath to the newly sworn-in councillors. Of course, the remaining 2 councillors are expected to take the oath at the next meeting of the council. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for your newly sworn-in council. I'm just asking less than 5 seconds of your time to confirm the new chairman of the council. I said 5, but I took 4.2 seconds. So I kept my words. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor and privilege to introduce to you the new chairman of the Trafalgar, Shawford, Canie Village Council, Miss Sadina Saint Jean. Please make her feel welcome. You notice that she's enthusiastic and has a lot of energy. She's ready. She's ready from day one. That's good. That's a good example. Ready from day one. But you need to take your seat a little. You'll be cold. That's good enthusiasm, I must say. Good. The outgoing chairman unfortunately fell ill and is not able to be here with us, but he felt that it's necessary that the audience listens to his address, and so he has asked one of the current members was just taken an oath to deliver the address on his behalf, and we'll call on Miss Abra Jones Harriet to do so.
Her Excellency Sylvanie Burton, President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and Mr. Burton. Honorable Dr. Roosevelt Skerritt, Prime Minister of Dominica and the Minister of Investment and Governance. Honorable Greta Roberts, Minister of Culture, Youth, Sports, and Community Development. Honorable Dr. Irvin McIntyre, Minister of Finance, Economic Development, Climate Resilience, and Social Security, and Parliamentary Representative of the Roseau Valley constituency. Other members of Cabinet, Mrs. Letitia Lestrade White, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Sports, Culture, and Community Development. Other Permanent Secretaries, Local Government Commissioner, Mr. Glenroy Toussaint, Lay Minister, Mr. Edward Lambert, Justice of the Peace, Dr. Colin McIntyre, outgoing members of the Trafalgar Shawford Canie Village Council, incoming members of the Trafalgar Shawford Canie Village Council, staff of the Division of Local Government and Community Development. Good afternoon, distinguished guests, friends, and fellow community members. It is with great pride and gratitude that I stand before you today as the outgoing chairman of this community. As I reflect on my time in this role, I am filled with a profound sense of accomplishment and appreciation for all that we've achieved together. It has been a privilege to serve you, and I am truly honored to have worked alongside each and every one of you to make our community stronger, safer, and more united. I started out this journey with no experience as a chairman or even a councillor. Yes, I have served in the past as president of the junior council, but this was a different journey, one that required a lot more dedication. Along this journey, I understood I needed to seek advice from those who I viewed as leaders and individuals who would have provide me with wise words and sound advice. Individuals such as Dr. Irvin McIntyre, Stafford Morancy, Dr. Colin McIntyre, Elvis Morancy, Mr. Alan Toussaint, and Mrs. Joanne Bellot. I would like to thank these individuals for always being someone that I could lean on for solid advice. To my councillors, Hassan, Aflin, Casey, Alan, Barbara, Naya, and Marcus, I would like to thank you for making this journey a great one. It felt nothing short of amazing to have a team behind you that trusts your every decision and knows that you have the community at heart. Of course, I can't forget the council staff, Mariah, Jovan, Michaeline, Stacy, and Gisteline. You are the backbone of the council, the ones behind the scenes that people hardly see. Thank you for the knowledge and guidance during my time as chairman. Last and certainly not least, I would like to thank the community of Trafalgar, Shawford, and Canie. I am happy to say you all kept me on my toes, demanded nothing but great things as you should, and helped transform me into a dedicated chairman. As I poured my energy and love into these communities, you all supported and encouraged me along the way. I'd like to take a moment to highlight some of the key accomplishments we have made during my tenure. One of the initiatives I'm most proud of is the revamping of our scholarship program. Education is the key to unlocking the potential of our future, and by making these scholarships more accessible and comprehensive, we've ensured that our children have the resources they need to excel in their studies. Another important project was our involvement in the agricultural program at the Trafalgar Primary School. Agriculture plays an essential role in our community, and it was imperative that we provided support for the next generation to learn about and appreciate this vital industry. Through our work, we've fostered the development of young minds with an interest in agriculture. We jumped at the opportunity to partner with the Trafalgar Primary School and Youth Division. We also made substantial progress in improving our infrastructure. The rebuilding of the Trafalgar bus stops is one example of how we've worked to make daily life in our community more comfortable and convenient. This improvement has made the bus stop safer and more accessible to everyone, particularly our students and elderly residents. We would like to thank Dominica Cable Car for assisting us with the construction, a company that has assisted in boosting the economic stability within this community and, of course, neighboring ones. Our efforts to revamp Fetkaiche were a resounding success. This event has also been an important tradition to our community, and I am proud to say that we've breathed new life into it, making it an important making it a more exciting and enjoyable celebration for all involved. We were pleased to bring the excitement back within the community while encouraging economic growth and independence. One of the most rewarding initiatives was the summer program, which we offered completely free of charge. We ensured that every child who attended was well fed and provided an enriching environment where they could learn, grow, and have fun during their break from school. This initiative was a testament to our commitment to the well-being of our youth. In terms of infrastructure, I'm proud of the installation of drainage grills in Shawford and Trafalgar. This crucial project helped address long-standing issues with flooding and water runoff. With emphasis placed on climate resilience and safety during disasters, we took on the task of building a generator house. This was funded through our parliamentary representative, Dr. Irvin McIntyre, who not only assisted with funds needed to build the generator house, but also provided the generator, which is intended to serve multiple locations after a potential disaster. Another memorable achievement was the successful execution of Heritage Day, which celebrated the richness of our culture and history. With the tireless efforts of the Heritage Day Committee, as a council, we came on board to assist with this remarkable event. We were able to showcase the traditions and customs that make our community unique and strong. Additionally, I had the honor of overseeing the BNTF project of the basketball court, which is currently under construction. This project is a result of the efforts of the Dominican Labour Party and our parliamentary representative, Dr. Irvin McIntyre. The new basketball court will provide a safe and welcoming space for our youth to engage in sports and recreation, helping them stay active and focused. We also prioritize cleanliness in our community, offering free garbage pickup to ensure that our environment remained clean and healthy. A clean environment is essential, especially in a tourism-based community like ours, and we took great pride in keeping our streets tidy for both residents and visitors. Safety has always been at the forefront of our work. We responded quickly and effectively to clear roads after storms and other natural events. Our community's vulnerability to fallen trees and rocks means that swift action is crucial to protecting our people. By identifying potential hazards before they become a problem, we were able to ensure that our roads remain safe for everyone. I'm also pleased to share that we've made great strides in improving our road signage. The addition of road signs in Shawford and Trafalgar has made driving through these areas safer for both residents and visitors, particularly in times of low visibility or inclement weather. The future is what excites me the most. The work we have done has laid the groundwork for even greater things to come. And with the reawakening of the Junior Council, we have planted the seeds for tomorrow's leaders to grow, learn, and step up when their time comes. This initiative was one that Councilors Hassan, Councilor Afflin, and myself took great pride in. We stood before you as products of past junior councilors, proof that investing in our youth results in the future growth and stability of our community. With the reawakening of the Junior Council, we have already seen the fruits of our labor, as one of the incoming councilors is the product of this initiative. But perhaps one of the most heartfelt initiatives we've undertook was our dedication to assisting the families of the deceased. In their darkest hours, we provided free bus transportation for families so that their loved ones and others in the community could gather and show their support during funeral services. This act of compassion ensured that no one had to bear the financial burden of transportation during such a difficult time. As I conclude my time as chairman, I do so with immense gratitude and pride. The work we've done together has made a real and lasting impact on our community. But as we all know, the journey doesn't stop here. There's still much to be done, and I'm confident that the future of the community will continue to thrive in the capable hands of those who follow. As leaders in this community, always remember, we are here to serve the people and build stability for generations to come. I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to each and every one of you for your support, dedication, and hard work. Together, we have achieved great things, and I look forward to seeing the continued growth and progress of our community in the years ahead. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Councillor Lee Jones Harriet, of course, presenting on behalf of the outgoing chairman, Mr. Clifford Morancy. And you notice that she placed a lot of emphasis on junior council. Trafalgar has a model that we have to emulate in Dominica, where they have a junior council made up of 8 members, so they are junior council. And stemming from that, we've seen a lot of the members of the junior council stepping up. And that's why Trafalgar is one of the councils where we have always had big elections for the village council. So that's a very good initiative. And I'm hoping that we can take it from there in other parts of Dominica. That augurs well, because the youth, of course, they are the leaders of tomorrow. And so if we can harness them, to the process of community-based development, I think that augurs well for the future growth and development of not only our communities in Dominica, but Dominica by extension. So thanks again, Mrs. Jones Harriet. At this time, I know you were very keen, so it's your time. It's an honor and privilege to call to the podium your newly elected chairman, Ms. Shadina Seja, to deliver her inaugural address.
Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, I'd like to welcome Her Excellency Sylvanie Burton, President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and Mr. Burton, Honorable Dr. Roosevelt Skerritt, Prime Minister and Minister for Investment and Governance, Honorable Greta Roberts, Minister for Culture, Youth, Sports and Community Development, Honorable Dr. Irvin McIntyre, Minister for Finance, Economic Development, Climate Resilience and Social Security, and Parliamentary Representative for the Roseau Valley constituency. Other members of Cabinet, Mrs. Leticia Lestrade-White, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Sports, Culture and Community Development. Other Permanent Secretaries, Local Government Commissioner Mr. Glenroy Tousse, Lay Minister Mr. Edward Lambert, Justice of the Peace Dr. Colin McIntyre, outgoing members of the Trafalgar Shawford Focani Village Council, incoming members of the Trafalgar Shawford Focani Village Council, staff of the Division of Local Government and Community Development, Clerk of the Trafalgar, Shawford and Canie Village Council, Ms. Jemima Peter, teachers and students of the Trafalgar Primary School, members of the Catholic Church Choir, chairman and members of the neighboring councils, residents of the Trafalgar, Shawford and Canie, other invited guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. I stand before you today with profound gratitude and a deep sense of responsibility as your newly elected chairman of the Trafalgar, Shawford and Canie Village Council. I am truly honored by the trust you have placed in me and my fellow councillors, and we pledge to serve you with dedication and integrity. Reflecting on my previous experience as deputy chairman 8 years ago, I recognize the unique challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. This role isn't just a position, it's a call to action, a call to unite our communities, to listen to every voice, and to work collaboratively towards our shared goals. Our villages are rich in history, culture, and potential. To harness this potential, it is imperative that we engage all members of our communities, our elders who offer wisdom and guidance, our youth who bring energy and innovation, and every individual who call these villages home. Together, we can create a vibrant, inclusive, and sustainable future. I extend my heartfelt thanks to the people of Trafalgar, Shawford, and Canie for seeing the vision in me and electing me as your chairman. Your confidence is both humbling and motivating. I am committed to ensuring that your voices are heard and that your needs are addressed. Collaboration will be the key to our success. By working closely with government agencies and other organizations, we can secure the resources and support necessary for the development and upliftment of our communities. Together, we can build infrastructure, enhance education, promote health and well-being, and create economic opportunities that benefit all. In the words of Mahatma Gandhi, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Let us embrace this philosophy together, united in purpose and action. I thank you.
Such a powerful young lady. Thank you very much, Chairman St. Jean. Let me just inform you that this function is carried live on DBS Radio Facebook page, so you can view it, the public can view it live on DBS Radio Facebook page. This happens to be the first meeting of the council, and of course, council's meeting is chaired by the chairman of the council, so it's an honor and privilege to call on the rightful person to continue this function, the chairman of the Trafalgar, Shawford, Canie Village Council.
Okay, so now we call on Honorable Dr. Irvin McIntyre, Parliamentary Representative for the Roseau Valley constituency and Minister of Finance, Economic Development, Climate Resilience and Social Security for a brief remark.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. Let me first recognize Her Excellency Sylvanie Burton, President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and Mr. Burton, Honorable Dr. Roosevelt Skerritt, Prime Minister and Minister for Investment and Governance, Honorable Greta Roberts, Minister for Culture, Youth, Sports and Community Development, other members of Cabinet, Ms. Letitia Lestrade-White, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Sports, Culture, Community Development, other permanent secretaries, Local Government Commissioner, Mr. Glenroy Tousse, Lay Minister, Mr. Edward Lambert, Justice of the Peace, Dr. Colin McIntyre, outgoing members of the Trafalgar, Shawford, Canie Village Council, incoming members of the Trafalgar, Shawford, Canie Village Council, staff of the Division of Local Government and Community Development, clerk of the Trafalgar, Shawford, Canie Village Council, Ms. Jemima Peter, teachers and students of the Trafalgar Primary School, members of the Catholic Church Choir, chairman and members of the neighboring councils, residents of Trafalgar, Shawford, Canie, other invited guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, pleasant good afternoon to everyone gathered here today. Let me extend warm greetings to all of you who are here today. Congratulations on your achievement. You have gained the trust and confidence of the people of Trafalgar, Shawford, and Canie to lead their affairs over the next term. I commend each of you who have been sworn into office here today. I especially want to recognize the people of the Trafalgar, Shawford, and Canie communities who turned out to participate in these village council elections, demonstrating a profound love for your community and a desire to see a higher level of development and progress for your people. We welcome this level of participation because it falls in line with the idea of the reset that we have promoted since the start of this new term in office. The active participation of citizens in the development of their community has been promoted as a prerequisite for any meaningful democratic system. Hence, it is imperative that government creates suitable conditions to ensure that citizens are involved effectively in the planning, implementing, and evaluating of matters that affect their well-being. My wish is that our village council remains vibrant and committed to working on behalf of our people to ensure greater access to services which can improve their lives. As a council, I urge you to set out to re-energize your community and bring new and better solutions to the problems that confront our people daily. The fact is, we are living in especially challenging times, and we continue to suffer the effects of climate change and global economic shocks. The Rosa Valley, we know, is especially vulnerable to heavy rainfall and severe weather events, which we have seen over the past years. This consideration must be paramount in your planning. How can council be more proactive in responding to the needs of the people of this community? As leaders, you'll have to work closely with the people of this community to devise new, innovative ways to address the most pressing issues facing the people you serve. Councillors, you have taken an oath which says to serve well and faithfully. Those words should be your motto and guide you throughout your term of office. It has been recognized that service to mankind is not easy and is not going to be smooth sailing for you, but your success will very much be determined by your resolve in the effective and efficient management of difficult situations. Therefore, you must always remember that no one person has all the ideas and solutions to the problems of the community, hence the need for a team approach in dealing with these concerns. I am sure you will agree with me that working together, we can achieve so much. I implore you to put aside political differences and all forms of negativity and pool your talents, energies, and resources towards the betterment of this community. I encourage the council to consider the opinions of everyone, regardless of political or partisan background, as important and worthy. Councillors, it must be a team effort at all times, not a chairman thing or a few councillors thing. There should be no me, myself, and I in council, but rather we and us. You will always have differences in opinion, but at the end of the day, you must agree to disagree. And you should at all times abide by the decisions of the majority. Too often in our communities, we thrive on negativity, allowing the loud voices of division and anti-government sentiments to derail our efforts to build our communities. With the election of this new council, you are given a fresh start to take a different approach, a positive unifying approach, which brings people together to build a greater tomorrow for residents of these communities. The current economic situation has called for the strengthening of local authorities to respond to the ever-increasing community needs. I urge you to be cognizant of what is happening in your environment to respond to those needs. We need to focus on the youth, the elderly, and the less fortunate ones among us. Explore the possibilities of developing programs which will address their daily needs. Be open to ideas, change, and constructive criticism, as these will certainly assist in giving positive direction to the Council. Always remember that you must be transparent in all what you do, and that you are equally accountable to the residents. Over the years, the Dominica Labour Party government has received amazing support and enjoyed the goodwill of the people of Trafalgar, Shawford, and Canie. I remain grateful for your legacy of support and recommit to working towards the enhancement of lives and livelihoods of the people in our communities. Our social programs, including the Yes We Care, the National Employment Program, education assistance, and support for seniors will continue to ensure the stability and dignity of the individuals and families. Ladies and gentlemen, the election of this council heralds a new leadership and a new direction for Trafalgar, Shawford, and Canie. You can greet the future with a newfound hope and confidence. Once again, I ask you to adopt a spirit of unity in moving the community forward. If you bring together the gifts, the talents, and skills of the people, we will accomplish much as a community. Let me once again thank all of you for taking up the challenge of leadership and for your determination to make Trafalgar, Shawford, and Canie community a better place. I am confident that over the next term, we will accomplish great things. You will be faced with challenges, but working together, you will overcome these with the support of the hard-working, determined, and dedicated people of this great community. I congratulate you all and wish you all the best. May God bless us all.
Thank you to Honorable Dr. Irvin McIntyre. Now we invite our Minister for Culture, Youth, Sports and Community Development, Honorable Greta Roberts.
Oops. Thank you, Madam Chair. Good afternoon, everyone. Let me, of course, acknowledge the presence of Her Excellency Sylvanie Burton, President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and Mr. Burton, Honorable Dr. Roosevelt Skerritt, Prime Minister of Dominica and Minister for Investment and Governance, Honorable Dr. Irvin McIntyre, Parliamentary Representative for the Roseau Valley constituency and Minister for Finance, Economic Development, Climate Resilience and Social Security, other honorable members of Cabinet, Mrs. Letitia Lestrade-White, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Culture, Youth, Sports and Community Development, Local Government Commissioner and staff of the Local Government Commission, Lay Minister Mr. Edward Lambert, Justice of the Peace Dr. Colin McIntyre, outgoing members of the Trafalgar, Shawford, Canie Village Council, incoming members of the Trafalgar Village Council, Clerk of the Village Council, Ms. Jemima Peter, teachers and students of the Trafalgar Primary School, members of the Catholic Church Choir, chairman and members of neighboring communities and councils, residents of Trafalgar, Shawford, and Canie, other invited guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, a blessed afternoon to you all. It is a joy to be here this afternoon to witness the swearing in of our first councillors for the year, who will lead the way in advancing the communities of Trafalgar, Shawford, and Canie for the next 3 years. I'm also happy to say that one of the councillors is a former student of mine, so at least my teaching did not go in vain. Good. Let me say to you that your willingness to offer yourselves in the service of others is noteworthy, and so I wish to congratulate each and every one of you for taking that bold step to well and faithfully serve these communities. Let me also extend sincerest thanks to the outgoing councilors. You have paved the path for others to follow, and you too are deserving of recognition for your efforts. I am particularly impressed with the work that you did at the primary school's agricultural program. For not only did you work to ensure self-sufficiency in catering to the needs of the school population, but you played your part in encouraging and promoting healthy eating at the school. This is commendable, since you assisted us in our fight against non-communicable diseases, a major health concern for us here in Dominica. Thanks again to all of you, and I wish you well, as I am certain that you will no doubt continue to work towards the development of your communities. My new councillors, today's function is to officially transfer power to you as you begin your journey in managing the affairs of these communities. You are the ones the communities selected as the persons with the local knowledge, competence, and commitment to be members of your local government. Permit me for a moment to reflect on what this new position holds for you. If you're truly serious about becoming a councillor, about giving service to the community, about building a better Trafalgar, Shawford, and Canie, then, my dear councillors, be prepared to put your shoulders to the wheel. Simply put, council work is very hard work. You have to be dedicated to the task. You have to attend meetings whenever they are called. You are expected to be the voice of the community, engage them, build relationships with them, listen to them, and respond to their needs whenever possible. As leaders in the community, much is expected of you, and each of you must demonstrate an unwavering resolve to do whatever must be done to produce the best results, no matter how challenging, for the good of the community. It is important that I emphasize this, because I've done many inaugurations since assuming office, and I have had to witness those who swore to serve, only to send in resignations a few months later. While some offered valid reasons, they had to leave the state for one reason or another, others, in my opinion, were simply ill-prepared for the task ahead, unaware of what leadership or service to the community entails. With leadership, you can either be revered or reviled. There may come a time when you will be praised for work done, but there will also be times when you'll be blamed and criticized or even disrespected by others. Don't let those times deter you or cause you to become demotivated. Remember, you are here for a purpose. Let the oath that you took count. In assessing the needs of your communities, try your best to work on projects that you are able to accomplish. Too many of our councils try focusing on major capital projects, forgetting the small, doable ones needed in the community that directly impact the residents. It is in these small things that your impact is maximized. So focus on your drainage and road projects, removal of derelict vehicles, animal control, health and wellness programs, sporting activities, engage the community, plan activities and programs for the youth, work with schools, the police, the nurse in addressing some of your concerns, talk to the elderly, to the farmers, Strengthen your disaster committees and disaster plans, and seek out funding opportunities and develop proposals to attract funding for some of your small priority projects. Councillors, you must see local government as this important governance structure that is well placed to empower you to deliver on community services. As the link between the government and the community, you are also expected to effectively manage government's plans and programs under your care. School transportation, non-contributory pension allowance for 65-year-olds and over, and even postal services also form part of your duties. Housing projects, for example, and many more, all of which will call for some level of accountability and transparency. Mr. Chairman, Madam Chairperson, I also want you to be cognizant of the importance of team building. Find creative ways to inspire your team and spur them into action. Be empathetic. Be ready to lead, but note when you have to follow. Allow them to share their ideas. Let them feel like they are valued and an asset to the team. Their cooperation is needed if you are to achieve success. I know we are in the Roseau Valley. This council should be very fortunate to be in the valley, to be very fortunate to have at your service a well-loved parliamentary representative who I know will be willing to go with you the extra mile, and he did that with the previous council, and I expect the same from him, so I don't think I would have much trouble with this council at all. From the ministry standpoint, under BNTF 10, a complete rehabilitation of the Trafalgar basketball court is underway, to include your washrooms, changing rooms, pavilion, lighting, and vending area. Another great opportunity for sports development and for promoting healthy lifestyles in sporting activities. It is our hope that if you take care of this facility and it is fully utilized and maintained, who knows, national players can certainly emerge from Trafalgar, Canie, and Shawford. Find ways to use their skills, talents, and assets of the community to bring social and economic benefits to more of our people in Trafalgar, Shawford, and Canie. So, my dear councillors, I urge you to position yourselves to govern more astutely in this rapidly changing environment, and let Trafalgar, Shawford, and Canie be an example of what truly a village council should be. As always, the officers at the Ministry of Community Development are at your service to guide you along the way. You also have my fullest support in whatever way possible. Remember too, I am also here to serve. Congratulations once again, and may God bless your efforts at community development. May God bless us all. I thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Greta Roberts, for those encouraging and motivating words. Now we will have a performance from the Trafalgar Primary School.
don't really want to use the mic now, sorry. Hey, calling my KFC crew. Yes, you want to get. But not that KFC I want, not today. KFC, hurry!
We are KFC, kindness. We are KFC, kindness, because caring. Remember, you have to be kind every time you deal with people and feel as you feel when they come to you. You must advocate for yourself and others to develop Trafalgar into the best way to good. Don't forget to care for everyone so they can be happy and work with you too.
Thank you, KFC. Where's my FTC group? Which fruit I want? But not fruit I want more. FTC.
We are FTC, fair and trustworthy citizenship. Be fair and show consideration to yourself and others as consumers. You must be trustworthy. You should know that if someone tells you a little something about themselves, you shouldn't tell it to a bear. Or you hear that? That is bad and it breaks down both you and the community. Got it? I call on you to serve well, be loyal, and work together to make things happen for the village of Trafalgar.
Here comes the Arab posse. It's not the way, boy. You again, I want to run it, boy. Oh, I tell you that. Arab posse.
We are our posse. Respect. Responsibility. Ready. Remember, respect has to be earned. So if you want respect, show respect. Respect is sister to responsibility. If you want to be responsible, you must be in charge. You alone are responsible for your actions. So be strong, be wise, and be ready. Did someone say ready? Well, here I am, with just one question. Villagers, councilors, are you ready to develop Trafalgar? Trafalgar, are you ready to work with the village council? Ready, set, go. To the village council. Teamwork will make you win. Teamwork in whatever you do. With teamwork you will succeed. So team up, work and develop Trafalgar to the best village ever. Let's be real.
They love you when you're nice, so they can take advantage of your niceness. They love you when you're nice, so they can call your phone when they're in crisis. When nothing to do, they just disappear. When things tight, they just reappear. Silly rabbit, tricks are for kids. All you always want and have nothing to give.
primary school. By the way, I attended the Trafalgar Primary School. Now we will call on our Honorable Dr. Roosevelt Skerritt, Prime Minister and Minister of Investment and Government. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Let me first of all recognize our President, Her Excellency Sylvanie Burton, and Mr. Burton. Honorable Greta Roberts, our Minister for Community Development. Our Parliamentary Representative for the Trafalgar community, Rosa Valley. Honorable Dr. Irvin McIntyre. Let me also recognize my cabinet colleagues who are here. The Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Community Development, Mrs. Lestrade White. Local Government Commissioner, Mr. Glenroy Toussaint. Our Lay Minister, Ambassador Edward Lambert. Our Justice of the Peace, Dr. Colin McIntyre. The chairperson and councillors, the staff of the local government department, the clerk of the village council, students who perform KFC for us. Congratulations to you, well done, very good talent. And of course, the wonderful residents of Trafalgar, Shawford, and Canie. All of you present, the media, ladies and gentlemen, friends all. I'm very happy for the invitation. And I'm even happier to be here this evening to witness the inauguration of the new council. And by looking at them and their facial expressions, you can tell that they are serious and they are prepared to work and continue the improvement of these villages, these communities in the Rosa Valley. So we wish you all the best. Leadership, as you know, is not easy. And everybody's going to look to you to solve all the problems in these villages. But it's important that the villagers also work with them if you're to see the improvement. And so it's very crucial that there is a working relationship among you. And I want to congratulate all of you because you're all young people. And when people say that young people are not doing anything, these are the things that young people are doing in Dominica. And interestingly, all of the young people showed up for the oath today, which tells us that the young people are showing leadership to the older ones. And so I wish you all the best. And we will work to ensure that you are the most successful council Trafalgar, Shawford, and Canie would have seen. And we'll work with the power to ensure that we provide you with the support that you need to fulfill your objectives. I want to highlight a few what I call village issues. And one of them is a matter that has been sounding the call for the last 18 or so years in Dominica and indeed the wider region. And that is chronic non-communicable diseases in Dominica. This is an existential threat to our country. The prevalence of this is alarming. It is causing tremendous pain and suffering among families and within families who either have loved ones with a chronic disease or who have lost loved ones because of a chronic disease. It is creating serious financial burden on the government where the treatment is concerned, because more and more the drugs are becoming more expensive. And when the drugs become prohibitive to individuals, then the government must step in to ensure that the citizens have the medication to treat them. The good news is that we can do something about it. we can prevent some of them by our lifestyle, what we eat, and also exercise, and what we drink. And there is no reason why we have to use an exorbitant amount of sugar in everything we do. Our juices, our fruits are sweet enough, and therefore there's no need to add any sugar to our fruit juices. And there's no need for us to put white sugar in coconut water. And there is no reason for us to put sugar when we're cooking our red beans. And there's no reason why we should be putting sugar in bakes. Now, I am happy for the reaction I'm getting from the audience. But the fact of the matter is, these are the things that are contributing to our challenge within our families and within the country. And so I have made it my mission to speak about this every time I get an opportunity to speak about it. Because in the position I hold, I interact with more people than anybody in Dominica. And I see the suffering of people. And I see families who had some money in the bank who are now penniless as a result of this ailment. Now, for people who have these illnesses, there's nothing to be ashamed about. You have to ensure that you avail yourself to treatment and you avail yourself to education so that you can know how to manage it. And for those who do not have it, we can prevent it from happening. And so it is up to us as individuals and as a society to ensure that we play our part. And therefore I am putting this at the feet of the council to bring in people, and you have people here, you have Dr. McIntyre here, and you have both Dr. Colin McIntyre and McIntyre as resource people who can come in and to inform and educate the community of how to go about taking action to prevent themselves from contracting this, and those who have it, how we can manage this. And so I put it to the council to go to the schools and to go to the homes and to have public education on this critical issue of CNCDs in Dominica. It is a global crisis. Every country in the world is impacted by this. And so we need to increase our consumption of vegetables in Dominica. Well, you may say, well, Scarrett, you know, we go to the supermarket and the vegetables can be expensive. I hear that. But we have enough backyard in our country that we can grow the basics. Those of us recall how easy it is to grow spinach in the backyard. And it multiplies on its own. And we can plant a few cabbages and lettuce in our backyard. And what about the pigeon peas and the green beans? You could go to the supermarket, to the shop, the village shop, and buy a pound of red beans or pink beans and plant this, and you have beans for months. And if you harvest them young, you can consume them with the skin. If you want it to be mature, then you will have them peeled and boiled. And so there are some things that we can do. At the schools, we should not be serving the children with these imported drinks. And for you to appreciate the impact it's having on the community, when a 38-year-old young lady suffers 2 strokes, and she is diabetic and therefore they amputate her leg, and she has 3 children home, she's a single mother. I don't have to tell you the implications for the children and the sheer cost of medicine to take care of herself, $1,000 plus a month. She's unable to work. She was working, unable to work, 3 children at school. And so we can prevent those circumstances in our country. Because all of the investments that this government is putting in the country, whether it's the international airport, the cable car, the marina that will be coming on stream, the geothermal, the direct flights from North America, bringing in hundreds of people every day, will be of no value to us if we're not there to enjoy it, or we cannot move from our home to enjoy it. And this is why you have a pressure on the health system, because people go to the hospital and stay longer than they should at any hospital, because they come into the hospital in most cases in an acute circumstance, which requires even deeper medical treatment and consideration. And so, if you go to the many homes, and I'm challenging the council that there are many people who have the ailment, they have the medication, but they're not taking it. And so public education is crucial in this country if we're to save the next generation. Because no longer do we believe, do we think, and do we have to think that it is older people who are getting this. They're children in primary school who have acute circumstances of diabetes. And with diabetes come all sorts of complications. Whether it's your eyesight, etc., you start having those problems. And if you don't take care of yourselves, then your other organs are going to start being affected. And so, I want to challenge us with this one. The other important thing here in Trafalgar is the need for us to preserve the environment. This is where you in the valley get your sustenance from. This is what generates income to many families in the Roseau Valley. The environment. This is why we come here as visitors, as tourists to the Roseau Valley. Because you have what the world wants, and the world needs, and the world is looking for and yearning for. A beautiful environment with so many attractions, natural, God-given attractions. And therefore we have to preserve it. And we need to promote more sustainable tourism in the Roseau Valley. And the only way you're going to be able to keep benefiting from it is by us preserving it, conserving it, taking care of it. And here comes the issue of waste management or the disposal of garbage. In the Roseau Valley has to continue to be an example to the rest of us of sustainable tourism and heritage tourism. Because the direct flights we're having, you see more tourists coming into the Roseau Valley, that's correct? More people coming in. And we need to position ourselves to multiply and quadruple the amount of money they spend in the Roseau Valley. That could help bring wealth and financial independence to all of us here in the Roseau Valley. And this is what we, the council, need to look at and to push along with what the Parliament is doing. And so waste management is crucial. The preservation of our culture, the protection of the environment are all crucial to our survival in the Roseau Valley. And with the position of ourselves. Because the investments that the government is making, whether it is through the extension of the runway at Douglas Charles, as a result, we have seen the introduction of a new flight from North America, United Airlines, coming in. And this flight is coming in full every Saturday. And with American Airlines not only having a daily flight, but 2 flights on a Saturday, people are coming to our country because of the investments that we're making and the commitment of you, the citizens of Dominica. And of course, the international airport is on track. It's about 8 to 9% ahead of schedule. And one can only appreciate the impact this airport will have on you here. So while the airport is in Wesley, very far from you, but you will be the major beneficiaries of the international airport. Because you know why? 8 out of 10 people who come to Dominica come to the Roseau Valley. And so we need to look at the things that we need to provide the tourists that come from the environment. We should not be buying stuff made in somewhere else and cross out the made in somewhere else and put made in Dominica. We have enough raw material here in Dominica. Enough raw material in Dominica to present to the tourists, because the tourists are coming for authentic experiences. Things that are made by us from within our environment, so that we can maximize the impact of the dollar that is being spent in the Roseau Valley. And so we are committed to this. The cable cars, within the construction of the cable car is having a major impact. There's no men inside here today because they're all working on the cable car and the other projects, geothermal. The only two men, my brother here works somewhere else, and my partner in the back there. That's it. The men, they're all working. So one can only appreciate the impact it's going to have on you when these projects are completed and they're operational. And we must not wait for when they become operational for the certain way, let me do something to take advantage of His presence. Now is the time to position ourselves to take advantage of this. A huge employer, and first and foremost, you are the major beneficiaries of this. So millions are being spent in the Roseau Valley as we speak, not on futuristic projects, but projects that are manifesting themselves before our very eyes. And we can only envision what this will do for us here in the Roseau Valley. And my other point to you, my final point to you, is about the need for us to be a caring society. And the children reminded us of the KFC, not the one that we eat, but the friendship we must show, the care we must show to each other, and the kindness we must show. We must not lose these things as a society. We have to continue to be the kind society that we know ourselves, the caring society that we know ourselves, the friendly society that we know ourselves. Because that is what has differentiated Dominica from the rest of the world. That when people come to Dominica, they tell you, Dominica may have its challenges, but it's a wonderful, hospitable people, peaceful people, welcoming people. And you here in the Trafalgar, Canie, Shawford area, you are known for that. And we must ensure that we take the advice and reminder of our children, our school children, that we have to be kind, that we have to be caring, we have to be empathetic, we have to be truly our neighbor's keeper, as the Bible teaches us. And so we have to be concerned about the welfare of everybody. And so it's important that the council preoccupies itself with how the senior citizens, the elderly, are living. Do they have water at their homes? Is their home clean? Do they have electricity? Do they need a window for their house so that they can be more comfortable in the home? These are the things that you need to go out. And if you need the resources, then you check the parent who can help you with the resources to get those things effective. We must ensure that we can account for every single child in the Roseau Valley community. Is everyone in school? And if one child is not in school, we need to find out why is that one child not in school. Is it because his mother's in the hospital and he can't go to school and he needs a caregiver for the time? Is it that he needs a pair of shoes, even if he got one in September? You know how children are in school shoes these days? Or do they need some snacks? So these are the things I believe that the council need to preoccupy itself with for the next 3 years. And to ensure that we take the admonition of the children and to pay attention to this, because empathy is important. It's difficult to be empathetic, because as the children remind us, you have to listen. And listening is a very difficult task. But you can only be empathetic if you listen. If you listen to the person's cries and the person's
frustrations and a person's anxieties and a person's dreams and aspirations. And how can we help address this? And in Dominica, I find we don't listen enough to the cries of the people. We don't make enough time for this. And we need to make more time for this. That the society has to exemplify itself to being more caring. And I want to say to all of us, I'm not here to lecture anybody. I don't like lecturing anybody. I don't like telling people what to do. I'm just reminding us of these things that we as a society need to be aware of and to ensure that every person in our community can be accounted for. And that if we have a meal, that they have a meal as well. And if they don't have, then we can share with them that which we have. And I can tell you this society will be much, much better. And we must set aside our differences for the greater good of the communities. For the greater good of the communities. And of course with the advent of social media and all these talks and so on, there's a pervasive nature of practice of negativism. And we run the risk as a society of perpetuating this at the expense of ourselves and at the expense of our future. And not giving the young children, who we should be examples to, an understanding of what life really is and what life really should be. About having peace and love. This Bible reminds us the greatest of all gifts is love. And we have to be more caring. So I have no doubt, I know the councilors, and I have no doubt that they'll make all of us proud by what they have been able to deliver to the community in the next 3 years. And my friend here, Shadina and so on, very progressive and a go-getter. I can tell you, Dr. Mark, you're going to be on your P's and Q's with Shadina every single day. Let me tell you something. But it is all to the great benefit of the community. And I know all my friends there, they're roaring to go and gearing up to go. But they're going to need your support. Because when they call you out to do a kudme, we all must show up. We have to show up. It can't be, 6 or 8 of them, whichever the it is, and so on, but that's okay. It cannot be only 6 of them. It has to be all of us to play our part in advancing the cause of the community. And we'll all say to ourselves, well done, good and faithful servant. And you have with you a progressive parliamentary representative, someone with great knowledge, great empathy and concern, who is dedicating an important part of his life to the service, to the continued service of these communities. You need to embrace him tighter and to work with him so that you can bring greater advancement and development to this community. He has my fullest trust and confidence in his abilities and his commitment to the cause of the people, and not only of the Rosa Valley, but the cause of the entire country. And so, all the best to you. You have all of the elements. I didn't come here and speak because, all of you are inside there, you could do it here by yourself, but you invite me, so I came. And you asked me to speak, so I spoke. And that's it. But otherwise, you don't need me here, you don't need scary to go and tell you anything. You have everyone. When I look at the room, I see, you understand what I'm saying? When I heard the former chairman's speech and the current chairperson's speech, I say, there's no need to talk. Because between two of them, they encapsulated that which we'll be focusing on in the community. God bless you, and God bless our country, Dominica.
Thank you, Mr. PM. Thank you for gracing us with your presence and your remarks. Okay, now we will call on the Trafalgar Church Choir to give us a presentation. Thank you very much to the Trafalgar Catholic Church Choir. Now we'll invite Her Excellency, Miss Sylvanie Burton, to present you a gift, please. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. We'd also like to invite Ms. Greta Roberts, our Minister for Culture, Youth, Sports and Community Development. Thank you for gracing us with your presence also. Our Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit. Our Pal Rep, Honorable Irvin McIntyre. Thank you so much. And last but no means least, our Justice of Peace, Mr. Colin McIntyre. Okay, and we'd like to invite Mr. Edward Lambert, our lay minister. Thank you, Mr. Lambert. Thank you all for gracing us with your presence. Now,
For the vote of thanks, as the dignitaries, His Excellency and the dignitaries, members will join us upstairs for refreshment. And the other people, after we finish vote of thanks, and they will tell the other people they will be served here.
okay. Okay, now we'd like to call on our deputy chairman, Mr. Marvin Hector, to give the vote of thanks.
So protocol has been established. On behalf of Trafalgar, Shawford, Canie Village Council, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our newly elected chairman for inspiring and heart-forward dedication, vision, and commitment to serving our community are truly motivating, and we're excited to embark on this journey under her leadership. Also to the Village Council staff for the welcome, and we also extend our appreciation to all our villagers of Trafalgar, Shawford, and Canie for entrusting us to represent, serve, and lead our beloved communities. As the Deputy Chairman of the Council, I am confident that together we will work hand in hand to bring positive change, create opportunities, and build a future that reflects the potential of our villagers. A warm thank you to the outgoing council members for the effort made setting a foundation for further development. We are all united in our purpose, and with the guidance of our team, I know we will achieve great things. Thank you all once again, and we look forward to your continued support and commitment to our community.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Chair. Okay, now before we exit, I would like to invite Ms. Sylvanie Burton and her husband to join us upstairs for some refreshments. And we'll have the public, we'll have a few snacks for you here, okay? Thank you so much for everyone who's coming. Not only the president, also other members of government. Thank you very much.